Mike, what's been the key to your club's ability to buy in defensively so consistently as we've seen here every second night in the series?
Well, I thought obviously the adversity we went through, we couldn't keep the puck of our net there for a long time, got us to buy in a little bit. And, you know, it's pretty obvious that they're a real good hockey club, and if we want to beat them, we can't let them spend their whole night in their own zone. So I think our guys have done a good job with that. We're obviously still growing as a group, and neither team's been able to win back-to-back games in the series, though, and so obviously that makes tomorrow's game a big one for us.
Learning how to close out a team, the next step in the maturation project?
Well, for sure, and it's always the hardest. You know, there hasn't been a whole lot of momentum carried in the series. There's actually been none, and so I think it's important that we understand how we have to play and get prepared to do that, and then play. I think it's important to enjoy the crowd and the atmosphere and all that, but we got to get down to business and take care of the puck.
Oscar was saying that his line felt the whole team was better communicating with the defense coming back. How long of a process is that for you as a coach? I'm sure you preach that every day to communicate. It's just sinking in now.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think it's just sinking in now. It's just, I mean, he's a young player in the National Hockey League. I mean, you're playing center, and it's hard. It takes time. There's a couple of problems. One, it takes a ton of work. You got to get up and down the rink, 82 nights a year, and then in playoffs, and then you got to do it if you want to play 20 minutes. And what you find is that it's hard to do it right all the time. It's way easier not to do it right, and so that's the first thing. The second thing is your wingers got to understand how it works as well, and so that usually takes time in the league too, and that's why it takes a lot of guys a long time to learn how to win, and because you got to learn how to play right, and it's a process. So I think John Tavares being here has probably helped him, but just his overall commitment and understanding. As you get to be a better skater, you get stronger, you get more comfortable in the league, and you get a chance to get better at it.
An update on Hyman and Marlowe missing practice?
It was optional today for everybody, so those are the guys who took the option, and so they'll play tomorrow.
Coach, the way you handle these guys, both as players and as young men, has that changed much since you first arrived here? I mean, does the coach evolve in that way also?
Well, I think it's changed a lot over my time, just because I think you grow each and every year, and you know, if you want to be good at your craft, you're always trying to get better at it. Obviously, you know, there's lots of situations you like to think you handled well, and there's lots of situations you didn't handle very well. But I think also there's a trust process in that you build a relationship over time based on trust. And you're the coach and they're a player, but there's still an important carrying process there that goes. But your job's to help them help themselves get to be the best they can possibly be.
what does it mean to you to have a chance to be part of the first Leafs team, potentially to win around in a long, long time?
Yeah. I just saw that the other day. I never really thought about that much. You know what? It means a lot to be part of a great franchise. And then I think we're going in the right direction. I think we've been doing that now for 3 years. My first year here, obviously, was a different project. But I think we have a chance to build a real good program here. We got to continue to build that program. This is all part of that process right here. Tomorrow's a game that we'd like to win, and we want to get prepared. And I really believe if you prepare and you go through the process right, it gives you every chance, and that's all you can ask for.
Is there something you tell guys in terms of how to approach a game like this where you can close out potentially? They've never been in this situation.
Right, but I mean, some guys have in our room, and we're fortunate to have them. I think it's one thing to have a coach talk about it. I think it's way different to have players talk about it. So when you got Hainsey and Muzzin, and even John and Marlowe, they're guys that have done this before. I don't know if we have anyone else that has. You know, I don't think we do we? So I think that's part of the process. The other thing, though, is just going through and being as steady as you possibly can and understand what's going on. But we know the formula for us to win tomorrow. We know that. Now we got to do it. It's great to know you have the answers, but now you got to do it every day. And that's the hardest part. And sometimes at home you get a little carried away. Let's just play.
Mike, Ron Hainsey, you just described him. He's +5 through 5 games. Has he tapped into that fountain you talked about a week or so ago?
Well, I think he was plus, I don't know, wasn't he +30 or something during the year? You know, some people think he got lucky. Other people know he knows where to stand. You know, so, you know, he knows how to play. chair is no different. They know how to play. They know where to stand. They know how to defend. They know how not to end up minus. And in the end, you can't give up goals. So, you know, yesterday penalty kill was a huge part of the game. They had 3 power plays. They had every chance to be in the lead. We didn't. When we bent, we didn't break in that area. And to me, that's defending. That's those guys like Ron Haynes that know what they're doing there.